What's up? It's Natalac. The name of this post is called "Why the Generation of the Next Generation of Children is Always More Fucked Up Than the Last." And I got this information back in 1997. I'm gonna tell you why children every generation they get worse. It was an old white man I bumped into at a chemical plant. I was delivering a load of formaldehyde to a chemical plant in Chicago, Pimp Town, and I was driving trucks then and still with the rap shit and the pimp shit. And first thing he said was, hey boy, come here. I was like, boy, what the old white guy, you know what I'm saying? 98 years old, called me boy. And he said, and I don't mean boy as in some old racist shit. I call you boy because I'm 98 years old and you look like you barely 25. I said, well, shit, I'm fucking 24. He was like, okay. But he complimented me on wearing my hat forward. And then he told me, he was like, I'm going to tell you why children get worse every generation. Nobody wants to listen to me, but I told him, I said, I listen to my elders. If you older than me, I'll listen to you. I'll find out whether you know what you're talking about or not. But he said, obviously, he said, what's your name? I said, Natalac. No, what's your fucking name? What name your parents give you? I said, fucking Sheldon. He said, but my friends call me Natalac. I'm Natalac. He was like, all right, I got Natalac in the fucking Marines. He was like, all right, Natalac. Well, I don't, whatever. Here's what's wrong with the kids. Here's what's wrong with the generation. It started in started after World War II. I said, man, I wasn't even born in 1974. He said, it started after World War II. Parents made the worst mistake ever. When they started to say, I don't want my kids to go through what I went through, don't expect them to be like you. And it's really just that simple. You keep making shit easier for these damn kids, they're going to get sorrier and sorrier and sorrier. You know what I'm saying? To the point that where now we got, looking at it now, because I think that old white guy I was talking to, he's long since dead since then, because it's 2020 now. But I never forgot the words of advice and things he told me when I was a young truck driving, rapping pimp dude. You know what I'm saying? I never forgot what he told me. And I found out that to be true. You know what I'm saying? You don't want your kids don't want to go outside. When I grew up, not going outside was a punishment to stay in the house. Now, all these little motherfuckers want to stay in the house. They don't even want to go outside. They talk about mosquitoes. They talk about it when it's hot outside, all that other type of shit. When I was a child, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to be on my bike. I wanted to go do this, go do that outside. So now they're all inside the house. And they've also gotten to the point, the kids now, they feel like their parents own them, call them goddamn parental units and shit. These millennials is a motherfucker. They even getting to the point where they're actually killing their fucking parents. When they came from an era to where you could get your ass whooped 3-4 times a day with a goddamn razor strap, and you knew you wasn't finna try your parents. But now it's just the opposite, because every generation said the same dumbass shit. I don't want my kids to go through what I went through. I don't want my kids to go through what I went through. So now you can't expect them to be like you. And this old white man that was 98 years old in 1997, I think he told me he was born 1900, told me this shit when I was a young man. I hadn't even started having kids yet. But yep, he told me that shit. Every generation gets worse. Every generation gets worse because you won't raise them the way you were raised. You know what I'm saying? You got girls that you don't teach them how to clean. The fucking house is dancing, cockroaches flipping off the walls. You will never see that. You know what I'm saying? And the boys are just the same. They want to go outside. They want to sweat. They're talking about the mosquitoes and all kinds of shit. Lazy as fuck. Healthy as they ever gonna be. To where now the kids are actually killing the fucking parents. You know what I'm saying? And that shit affected my family too. I had a situation in my own family like that with a cousin of mine. That shit still fuck with me. And I mean, and think about it. Look at the young dude, young QC. He actually killed his fucking mom for the insurance money to be a rapper. Excuse me. No, I don't have the coronavirus, so it ain't the fucking Rona, motherfucker. I actually cut the yard this morning with the motherfucking without a mask on, and the fucking debris of the fucking lawnmower shit. Fuck with my, but that's besides the point. But I'm just telling you up front that she spoiled his ass. She gave him everything. You don't need to go with your dad nowhere. You just stay in here. And then the one day, he decided he wanted to be like the real QC. He was like, fuck that shit. My mama got money in the bank account. Got this other motherfucker that actually killed his own fucking mom. When we come from an era where the worst thing you could do is talk bad about somebody's mama. You know what I'm saying? You talk some shit and some motherfucker say, your mama. Oh, it's a fight going on. This motherfucker ass whooping and all. You can't even do this shit. Now they're at the point where they're actually killing their mother. You know what I'm saying? The learning of a hard day's work is out. The cleanliness of the women is gone. You know what I'm saying? They all weave in. They don't want to grow their own hair because they're too fucking lazy to do their own shit. So I'm just telling you, that old white man that I talked to in Chicago back in the 1990s was absolutely fucking correct. Listen. When you're raising a child, here's what you're doing to raise your child. You're raising your child. You're teaching your child not just to go to school and come home and be quiet and don't get on your fucking nerve. You're supposed to be trying to teach them something that they'll be able to provide for themselves as they grow up. Because raising a child is just like the building blocks of what he's gonna do as an adult. You see what I'm saying? You don't give your son no motherfucking trade, no none of that shit. Your daughter's nasty and slouchy and shit. She look good out in the street and follow the bitch home, and her room is fucking horrible. She don't even have the cleanliness traits as women used to have. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying, that white guy was telling the truth. If you don't raise your kids the same way you were raised, don't expect them to be like you. They're going to get sorrier and sorrier. You know what I'm saying? Looking for a free ride. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never forgot about that young QC shit. That shit made the hair on the back of the neck just stand up. You're like, God damn, you killed a black child? Actually killed his fucking mom? I mean, you might be mad with your dad because, he going to fuck you up and it's going to be his way or no way. You know what I'm saying? There used to be a time, the man was the king. He was like, shit, I ain't going for that shit. Bitch, get in line. Kids, get in line. If not, everybody getting their ass whooped from their mama on down. So that's what we are today. Now you know why kids are fucked up. It's because of your fucking parents. I'm done.